G'day guys, welcome to the Fixit Fingers workshop. My name is James and this is the Aussie Makers Challenge for Winter 2021. The hashtag will be WoodJigs21 and this competition is going to be open from now until the last weekend in August when your video will be due. Just like the previous seasonal challenges, the theme is going to be set but up to you to interpret, and the judges are going to pick their favourite video in order to win a couple of prizes. Firstly, let's get into the comp. Now in Mark Dana's last challenge, the Rubbish Wood Challenge, I noticed an awful lot of people had to build some creative and inventive jigs in order to handle the small or awkward pieces of timber that they were incorporating into their builds. I had to do exactly the same with my really dodgy drill-powered drum sander. And jigs are something that I have to use very often in a workshop where I don't have very many bench tools. I'm always coming up with ways of utilizing hand power tools in order to do things that you otherwise need a table saw or something that I don't own to do. And that's where the crux of this competition is going to lie. We're not talking about pay jigs, we're talking about things that you are going to build to either do a specific task creatively or perhaps a permanent jig that is replacing a function in your workshop that you could have done with another machine, such as a crosscut sled, but we don't want to see 100 different varieties of your basic crosscut sled. The judging I'm going to leave up to them, but it's going to be based on creativity, inspiration, wackiness, and just pure enjoyability. If you can make your jig unique and interesting, it doesn't matter if no one else needs it. That's where the kickers are really going to come in for the wow factor. Talking of prizes, well, I need some judges first. And if you are not entering this competition, if you're a watcher avidly of YouTube and you want to put your 2 cents in, then please do get in contact with me and I'll put you onto the judging committee. It's not going to be any arduous sort of time commitment except for the watching of all the entries. And I think there were 30 or 40 last time, so just be aware of that. So judges, get in touch with me, Instagram or Facebook, probably the best way. Now, we have mentioned that jigs can be anything from as simple as a little clamping jig, which I use for my sanding. Stop block is technically a jig. This one lets me get down to 0 on the miter station. This little one here I use to cut the very, very thin strips of veneer for my bookmarks, for Mark's last challenge. Or it can be something a bit bigger, such as my combination router sled and drum sander, whatever you want to do. And even though we are WoodJigs21, it doesn't specifically have to be made with or for wood. Anything for your workshop that will fall into that jig category. Go nuts. Get creative and see what you can come up with to share. The best part is that hopefully this hashtag will become a playlist of a useful resource for people to go to in the future. So if they want to make a weird ass sort of 45-degree miter sled thingy that you designed, then they'll be able to come back and find it. So that was one of my other inspirations too. Now let's get to the important bit, the prizes. Speaking of Dana, he is chipping in again as a sponsor of this, and a couple of his check squares at least are going to be available. Anyone who wins a prize is going to get some Fixit Fingers merch, including my brand new and very exclusive path tags, which otherwise are only available to my channel members. The winners will get there. I reckon there's probably going to be 3 prizes. There may be more if I get some more sponsors on board. But for the moment, I can already announce that I have got Kreg Australia and Carbatec on board as the primary sponsors for the prizes this time around. And just a huge thanks to my friends over there. They are continually supporting the Aussie Maker community. And this time, you have the chance to win either a $100 gift voucher from Carbatec to spend on anything in their range, or the brand new Crosscut Station by Kreg. It's effectively a small miter box that can do a few extra little funky bits to replace the function of a miter saw with your regular everyday circular saw. If you are a small Aussie maker business and you would like to get on to donate prizes, then please do also get in contact with me via the social medias and we can add your merch to the prize pool and hopefully extend this out and give you some coverage as well, because these challenges are all about exposure for makers, having fun, and of course for growing this wonderful woodworking Aussie community. But that doesn't mean if you're overseas you cannot enter. Just keep in mind that the prizes of a large nature, the Kreg and Carbatec ones, they are Australia and New Zealand only. Smaller prizes, we may well be able to get those to you overseas. So please share the competition around, get your hashtags in for WoodJigs21, get making, get creative, get filming, and have your submissions in by the last weekend of August. If you're a little bit late, time zones and all, that's cool. Expect to announce the winners early on in September. If you have any questions, then hit me up, subscribe to this channel for more updates, and follow me on social media in order to see how things are progressing and the announcement if we do get any more prize packs on board. I look forward to seeing all you guys and your videos coming up in the next few weeks. Have some fun. Catch you then.